Welcome to your magical moon message for Moon in Capricorn, Sun in Gemini. This is the peace dealer. The moon is, of course, 8 houses away or 8 signs away from the Sun in Gemini, which, of course, is a closing quincunx of transformation, boundary drawing, and dealing with others relative to the value you manifest in the second house. The eighth house is opposite the second house because the more confidence and self-esteem and value that you have within what you have, the more confident through the fifth house of talents and courage you have to deal with other people, barter with other people, and share resources in some cases with other people too. And given that we are now transiting through this Pluto and Capricorn transit, this is, of course, with the moon making us receptive to the incredibly fated transformation that will orchestrate every single decision and opportunity cost that you make and take, because there is absolutely nothing in this life that is free. Every time you ever in your entire life hear anybody tell you that they're doing something to you for free or that they're offering something for free, one, they're lying. Two, they have no grasp of how economics works. Okay? If I were to give you a sandwich and you paid $0, that incurs an opportunity cost. You could have paid $5 for a BLT, and instead you ate my free sandwich. The cost of that free sandwich was the $5 that you would have spent on a BLT. So maybe -5, right? Obviously, there's no money coming out of your pocket, but that doesn't mean that it was free. There's nothing that's free because time is money. And so you're literally investing time to do something that's free. And you really need to take this principle with you moving forward, because it'll really teach you and help you value your time. And relative to the sincerity that Gemini manifests, its integrity, that truth deals with others, and this is going to now have you functionally be aware of transformations to your physiology as the awakened power that manifested from Capricorn moon to Taurus season, in Taurus season to the sun in Taurus with the new moon, is now getting ready to transform your mind's connection to your body as the transit to the moon over Pluto will awaken throughout this next cycle and gauntlet of literally more power. But with the sun in Gemini, because you're much more enlightened with the aspect of destiny of what you're actually experiencing, this will help you facilitate previous ascensions of your body's physiology in ways that make this process less subatomic. Well, it's going to be subatomic, but less, or let's just say make it more noticeable, or less unconscious. There we go. In ways that make it less subconscious, unconscious. This is where the magic really spices things up, because the moon in Sag was able to show us a ridiculous synchronicity. Them synchronicities, boy, last 2 days, my friends. Oh my goodness. Sheesh Louise. So now you get to do stuff with them. And this is going to methodically transform subtle mechanisms in the way that your mind processes information and the way that you take action based off of your processing brain and perceptual abilities, skills. Be okay with rubbing people the wrong way. Be okay with certain energies rubbing you the wrong way, so that with that square of the moon to Chiron, you can ask yourself, for someone who is secure in yourself, what, not why, because it is okay to get triggered by things, but what about the actions being done to you are triggering you? Identify this, acknowledge this, and then take action accordingly. Some of you may need to take your power back. Some of the actions that are being taken towards you could be a crossing of your boundaries, and you might need to take your power back and draw more powerful boundaries. Some of the actions may reveal ego issues within you that you need to resolve within yourself and draw even greater boundaries between you and yourself, right? Regardless of how you want to perceive this, Gemini offers up so many multiple possibilities given its mutable nature. You don't want to be fixed on one way to do something. And so you're going to be gaining incredible secrets about how to transform your mind, to be honest, and how to transform the way you think. But this is going to transform everything too. And then once the moon goes into Aquarius, you're going to know what has changed. And moon in Sag, moon in Aqua, moon in Sag, moon in Cap, moon in Aqua is the 3 moon sign 1, 2, 3 that's going to facilitate the harvest of this full moon. By the moon in Pisces, you're ready to perceive higher supernatural metaphysical phenomena. And it's at a level where you won't necessarily have to confront or prove to people who have been skeptical, because now these skeptical people are going to come to you for answers, because, you know, it's collective. So everyone's experiencing this. You're either acknowledging it, know what you're actually experiencing, or you're denying it, or you just don't know. So you don't even know what to acknowledge. But outside of that, you know, knowledge will come with the moon in Aquarius through this Capricorn cardinal physical action. Be okay with the sextile of the moon to Neptune as it conjuncts Pluto, with experiences and psychological instances that push you all the way out your comfort zone, okay? This is definitely going to put you in vulnerable positions to break down and build up any pieces of your mind, of your psychology. This is a very intensely psychological transit, my friends, especially once again with the influence of Pluto, which is going to definitively kill feelings. You're not going to feel the same way you usually feel about things. This can intensify your emotions, but relative to the transformation of your behavior, with the moon in Scorpio, this is going to be the evidence of such, where we now see the shedding of certain habits, the shedding of certain actions to facilitate new growth coming into this new moon. Oh, do you believe in magic? Because it's about to get so much more supernatural. But in a position with the moon in Capricorn, you can insert your own cardinal action to actually add to the abilities. What does that mean? If you've been pondering with the possibility of doing things that, relative to this society's perspective of what's possible, seems impossible, not only have now, with the full moon, you've grasped the possibility of doing this. For example, using your life force energy and chi to light a paper on fire, you might have thought isn't possible. Then with the moon in Sagittarius, you saw someone do it. So you know it's possible. Now the moon in Capricorn is you doing it. Maybe you don't burn the paper, but you realize that the paper is significantly hotter than before you tried. This is that incremental nature of progress that with the moon trine Uranus can actually bring exponential progress. Don't feel like you have to have everything figured out. Just simply putting the intention to gain the right answers will attract the right people and influences to help co-create your solution and intention with you, not for you, with you. And outside of that, y'all stay blessed as always. I really think that with all the turmoil and stress and distractions, you may have forgotten that you're one of the most significantly amazing, attributes, influences, and energies, which in the grand scheme of the trillions of galaxies out here in the planet may not really seem like that if you see yourself as just a small speck in the big picture. But even as a small speck, please remember that your cells represent a small speck within your body, and each and every single cell is important to generate the actual existence of you as a human being, just like each and every one of us is important to add on to the existence of this universe, just like each and every little universe is important to add, and you can keep going on. So outside of that, really enjoy the revelations and the unique personal, this is going to be personal, understandings of your body and the secrets of your body and mind that will be revealed for you and you only. Allow this to transform you into this new cycle we're stepping into. Aliens are real, magic are real, or we can say aliens exist, ghosts exist, magic is real, but we can say magic exists, the supernatural exists. And it's going to be a day like today where it's not like you didn't already know this, but it's going to be so much more influential in your life to where you can directly implement it in your life and transform your life. Okay? concerning romance, soulmates, twin flames, great developments here, because your understanding of how much more magical you are will unconsciously break you through limiting beliefs to help you see this dynamic of soul partnership in much more healthy and bigger picture ways. And you're definitely going to gain relevant synchronicities with Venus getting ready to head into Cancer and trine Jupiter. That will blow your mind. Turns out energies or dynamics with people you thought wouldn't work out actually were always meant to, even if not in the form you expected. I'm not saying this for you to be optimistic or hopeful. I'm saying for you to look at this objectively, in the sense that you really don't know a single thing about these dynamics because they're only just beginning. Even if you've waited years, that was the prelude. But welcome to the real thing. Godspeed.